Go for it.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the 2024 Golden Bullet Awards live. I'm so delighted to be doing this for the second year running. We have an amazing crowd of your favorite content creators who are in the convenient geographical location to be here tonight. So you are in for a treat. You're going to see some of your favorite creators up here. And we are going to celebrate even more of your favorite creators. All the people who in 2024 created fantastic content about James Bond. We love James Bond. It's a fantastic excuse to wear a tuxedo. So I really, really am grateful for everyone who's joining us live, everyone who is here right now in the room. We have one more round of applause for whatever. So thank you so much. This is the third year that we've been running the Golden Bullet Awards, and it is the biggest and best one yet. We had nearly 4,000 people participate in the voting. We had over 1,000 Bond creators nominated, which is amazing. Can you imagine there are 1,000 people out there creating James Bond content, which is fantastic. But the votes were very clear. So we have announced all the nominees. You have seen them and celebrated them and voted for them over the last few weeks. And tonight we are here to announce the winners. So we will jump straight into it. We have 19 awards to give out this year. The first award is for the Film of the Year 2024. And I'm going to introduce my beautiful wife, Tina, who's going to come up here. Tina is a massive film. There used to be a game you got on DVD called Scene It, where you would watch a scene from a movie and have to answer questions about it. And everyone in our family refused to play with it because Tina got every single one right within about 10 seconds. So let's jump straight into it with the Film of the Year.
Thank you. It's been 5 years since Daniel Craig hung up his Walther PPK, and during that time, the Bond community have been forced to look for thrills elsewhere on the silver screen. The Film of the Year award was created to recognize movies that connected especially powerful with the Bond fans in 2024. And keep us distracted as we patiently await the next installment of 007's cinematic adventures. And before we move on, I think I speak for everyone in here, both and watching in the audience, that if it's not one of the Henry Cavill films nominated, I may just leave. This year, the nominees are Mission Impossible: Day of Reckoning Part 1.
Actually, the second one is called Wonderful. Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Henry Cavill there.
Argyle.
Henry Cavill there. You ready to announce the winner?
Reckoning Part 1.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations to Tom Cruise. That small filmmaker. We wish you the best, buddy. You can make it in this tough industry. So let's move on to our next award, which is going to be TV Show of the Year. And there is only one man who I would trust announcing that, Mr. Frank Gruber. Where are you, Frank? You know Frank Gruber. 1 second. He's at the bar. Which is, Frank, hello, my friend. Are you ready to announce?
So there's no place to put my drinks.
All right. Good to see you, Frank. How are you?
Good.
Doing this again. Right, here we go.
So, TV show of the year. James Bond has been the only ever graced us on the silver screen. We know that's not true, but we're not going to get it. But there are some television shows and streaming shows that channel that 007 spirit. and intrigue and adventure. And the TV Show of the Year award is created to recognize the best in it. This is the TV nominees of the year. All right, so we got The Day of the Jackal.
Who likes that?
I've not seen this one. I saw the Bruce Willis one. Reacher, season 2.
Yeah.
The Penguin, just getting into that.
Got a few penguins in that than I'd expected.
Yeah. And then Frasier season 2. I'm trying to, there's got to be some connection from Frasier to Bond. It's not coming to me right now, but
In the first series.
yeah. So here's the winner.
Who do you want to win?
Yeah.
Frasier.
I have to tell you, I love Frasier. Frasier's up real nice, but Reacher's up there too. And the Penguin, the first 2 episodes have been awesome. And the winner is Day of the Jackal. Okay. All right, so maybe I will have to check that one out.
There we go. Well, thank you very much, Frank. Congratulations
Pleasure.
to everyone, A. Remain and the team who put together the Jackal. Right.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Next, I am delighted to welcome a very special person to give this away, Mr. Jonah Hoffman. Please come. Now, Jonah is not just the gentleman who runs the events here at Village Brewing Company in Somerville, New Jersey, and helped put this wonderful event together for us. He is also the grandson of Felix Leiter. Felix Leiter from Goldfinger. Yeah. He is, look how you were dressed. James Bond with Max. Now, this is a great category because we have some wonderful filmmakers who put together a documentary. Please, take it away.
Right. So, as thrilling as James Bond's fictional exploits are, sometimes the stories behind the scenes are just as fascinating. The Bond Community Documentary of the Year award recognizes the Bond-related documentaries that showcase the behind-the-scenes context for why the books and the films we love turned out the way they did, and how the fictional character of James Bond has impacted the real world. This year, the nominees are From Roger Moore with Love, Really 007, Goldfinger's 60th anniversary celebration, Icons Unearthed, James Bond, and Harwood, Joanna Harwood, documentary on One. Right. And the winner.
Drum roll, everyone.
The documentary of the year is From Roger Moore with Love.
Jonah, thank you very much, and thank you very much for being on this event tonight. We're having a wonderful time. Everyone give Jonah a round of applause. So, next on the list, I am very, very excited to welcome Jonathan to the stage to announce the winner of the James Bond non-fiction book of the year. So last year we had a fiction book of the year and a non-fiction book of the year. And the problem is, if you're a James Bond book in that, you're going to have the upper hand. So what we did this year is we split it into 2 different categories. There is the James Bond non-fiction book of the year and a fiction book of the year. And so for the James Bond related non-fiction book of the year, Jonathan, thank you very much.
I know. I'm calling out special spy specs. It's not because I can't see.
Brady specs.
Absolutely. So, since Casino Royale, there have been nearly 60 novels published chronicling the fictional adventures of James Bond. But even the number pales in comparison to the number of books written about him. The Bond Community Nonfiction Book of the Year recognizes works of nonfiction about the character and mythos of James Bond, published in 2024, that proves especially noteworthy within the James Bond fashion. This year, the nominees are Ian Fleming, The Complete Man by Nicholas Shakespeare, Spy Octane, The Vehicles of James Bond Volume 1 by A.J. Choudhury and Matthew Beard, James Bond After Fleming by Mark Edens, and James Bond GoldenEye Gun of Location by Chris Diston.
There we go. Who's going to win? Give us a drum roll, everyone.
the award this year for nonfiction book of the year goes to Ian Fleming, The Complete Man by Nicholas Shakespeare.
A very, very close category, I just want to say that. Right, and next up we have, I take particular delight in this one because there were certain names in this thing that were absolutely unpronounceable, and so I want to welcome my very good friend and namesake, we're not related, although you might think that, Neil Hume, who's going to come up and announce the non-fiction book of this year. So I'm sorry, I gave you literally the most difficult.
Oh no, I apologise in advance. There's Italian in this. I've sometimes been told that I speak foreign languages in a French accent because that's what I speak. So we'll see how I do.
Italian wife.
But you want to come and do it? It's a non-fiction book of the year. Expanding our celebration of literary excellence. This new category of non-fiction works published in 2024, while not directly about James Bond, captivate and intrigue James Bond fans. These books explore themes, settings, or subjects such as espionage, global intrigue, high-stakes adventure, or the cultural history of the spy genre that resonate deeply with the interests and passions of James Bond fans. This year, the nominees are On My Way by Martin Beswick. Swinging 60s. Musica, cinema, moda, arte e cultura nella Londra negli anni 60 by Franco Battisti and Michelangelo Soglioso. If I have to read it again, I'm going to feel like a winner. Next up, Targeted Beirut, 1982 Marine Barracks bombing and the untold origin story of the War on Terror by Jack Carr. And the last nominee, Big Intel, how the CIA, FBI went from Cold War heroes to deep state villain by J. Michael Waller.
Who's there? You ready to announce the winner? Come on, give us a drum roll, everyone.
That's Sega. On My Way by Martin.
Like, I want to really like that. You're a gentleman. Thank you. I'm sorry to inflict that upon you.
Excellent job there by Neil. Right, next up to the chopping block, I mean to the podium, is Mr. Clyde Whitford. Please come and join us for. As I was saying, we split the categories between fiction book and a fiction book related to James Bond. I thought that was going to be, how many James Bond books get published this year, but actually, there were 4 officially licensed James Bond books published in 2024. So please, Clyde.
Thank you for the camera.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's a great time for literary James Bond fans, with the number of officially licensed fiction works published in 2024. Honoring the creative spirit of Ian Fleming, this award recognizes exceptional novels and stories authorized by the Fleming estate or official licensors. That continues the thrilling adventures of James Bond, captivating fans with new missions, iconic characters, and the timeless allure of 007. This year, the nominees are The Raymond Benson Years by Raymond Benson, A Spy Like Me by Kim Sherwood, 007 for Kin and Country by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Giorgio Spalletta, and 007 My Medora by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Marco Finnegan.
Right. That was quite a tough one as well, the names to announce.
No attack. That's good.
Right, everyone, this was a very, very hotly contested category. So let's see who the winner is. Thank you. Oh, drum roll, sir. Perfect, by the way. No, James Bond, Fiction Book of the Year.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The winner is The Raymond Benson Years by Raymond Benson.
I'm delighted to say, when this award we found out who the winner was, we actually reached out to Raymond, and he has, I believe, and this is where I'm putting Joe on the spot, a little video message for everybody. So let's see if that works. And Joe, I really appreciate you taking all the technical details.
Joe, I really appreciate you taking all the things.
Raymond, I would just like to say congratulations. You are a Golden Bullet Award winner. Your 6-book collection won the James Bond Book of the Year, 2024 Fiction Book of the Year. It was a really close competition between you and Kim, but in the end, the votes came out. So I just wanted to say congratulations, and we all love you.
Well, gosh, thank you so much. And listen, I love Kim, and it's an honor to be, nominated with everybody else. And I'm surprised. Gosh, thank you so much to everybody who voted. And wow, how gratifying!
Well, it's one, and I am absolutely sure that you will have a book up in the running next year as well.
Well, hope so. Yeah, there's this Felix Leiter thing going on. So yeah, but thank you. Gosh, this is quite a surprise.
Oh, well, thank you so much for everything you've continued to do to make us Bond fans just, I don't know, be excited, have a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Well, that's good to hear. I love you all.
Right. Well, we now move on from that to, this is a really, really exciting category. So I would like to welcome a very special guest with a very clear, loud voice to come and announce this one, Mr. David Zaritsky. As we said, there are 2 categories. There's the James Bond Fiction Book of the Year, and this is a Fiction Book of the Year. So, are you ready, David? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
I feel like I've been there. All right, so we're talking about the Fiction Book of the Year.
Yes.
Fiction, the very name conjures up sometimes the bowels of hell, sometimes the very loins pulled in many different directions. Amazing copy, by the way.
I was going to say,
Billions and billions of people within the Bond community really gravitate to the fiction book, and Ian Fleming himself was born out of the world of fiction. So, with that in mind, the fiction is the very spring from which everything sprungs. You're sure you're an author and you wrote this?
I was going to say, you need to put that down, because everything he's making up, and it's much better than what I've read.
All right. So,
Significantly better.
this year, the nominees are Red Sky Morning by Jack Carr. You can applaud. One Man's Treasure by Terrence Mayhew. Don't get me started on Terrence Mayhew. No, that's the wrong place. No, he's like that. The Trouble Deep by Rob Parker. And The Peacock and the Sparrow by I.S. Barrett. And the winner is... It's killing me.
Okay, drum roll, come on.
By the way, these are done on Hallmark. Oh, it's Red Sky Morning by Jack Carr.
Terrence Mayhew was did very well.
And you have to know, we love him.
Oh, he's a gem.
So if someone was going to take the award from Terrence, it had to be.
I know that you literally could not have anyone else do it. Right, that's your other.
And now let's go to Jack Carr. Oh no.
Actually, yes, I am very happy to say that Mr. Jack Carr kindly recorded a short video that we shall now play now.
Hey everybody, this is Jack Carr, and I want to thank everyone for the win. Roland let me know that this is Fiction Book of the Year, and sincerely appreciate it. For those who have read it, you know it is a hat tip and essentially a love letter to Fleming and Bond. So there's a lot of references in here, some that are very obvious and some that are not obvious at all, that are just for the hardcore admirers and fans. So that's you guys. So I felt like I was writing this for you. So thank you so much. And I figured since I was hopping on, I'd give a little tour of the Bond stuff in my office here. And starts down here with some books at the bottom right there about Fleming and Bond, more about Fleming and Bond there, and then some different editions here. I don't have signed first editions yet, but working on it. So have all those right there. So I have they're with me as I write, which this is what I write right there. And Caleb Daniels gave me that, so thank you, my friend. And a lot of you will recognize these. Oh yeah. Birds of the West Indies, yep, and the guide right there to gun collecting. And then up here, these ones are first edition of John Gardner's, of course, continuing on into the 80s. Bunch of the paperback editions, a couple first editions right there of the novelizations for Moonraker and The Spy Who Loved Me, and then more Bond reaching up there. So that's some of the books, and of course, Never Very Far from one of those. And for those of you who know, which of course all of you do, oh yeah, and Skeleton Grips are obviously not on there right now. And then this right there, got some terminal list stuff up there, but little replica Moonraker right there. Also Caleb Daniels, thank you. And David Zaritsky right there. Thank you, my friend. Right there, little man with the golden gun, collector coin there. And of course the Life magazine with Ian Fleming. Got this, my wife got me that for Christmas, and another Bond book right there. James Bond style. Of course, never far from Tomahawks. But hey, just want to say thank you again, and you guys have fun, take care, and hopefully I'll see you in person one of these days. Take care.
I will post Roman's videos on YouTube so you can see them in slightly better sound quality, because obviously if anyone has ever been on a Zoom meeting ever, which is probably everybody, knows sometimes it's difficult to get the videos in. But I cannot thank Raymond and I cannot thank Jack Carr enough for taking the time to record those videos. And yeah, fantastic people they are. And they've written such amazing books. Anyway, David, thank you very much. Jack, very much. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next one. We have Instagram account of the year, and I will need Mr. Matt Spacer to come up and this. It's not easy to win the best dress at a James Bond event, but thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you. So Instagram account of the year. You can find James Bond fans everywhere, but the photo and video sharing capabilities of Instagram have made it especially appealing and especially appealing platform for the Bond community to use, coming together and sharing the unique things we love about our favorite fandom. The Instagram account of the Year Award was created to recognize Instagram accounts that have made the most impact in 2024, either through their reach, their engagement, or their unique lens with which they examine the context and culture of 007. This year, the nominees are The Bond Experience, Spectre of 007, James Bond Confidential, and Protocolo Bond.
Here we go. So let's give a drum roll, please. Instagram account of the year.
Instagram account winner is The Bond Experience.
David? I feel you. So David, yes, you're the first actual winner we have in front of us. Instagram account of the year. Thank you so much. You got quite good. It's like the Battleship New Jersey.
Low torpedoes. No, thank you so much. Thank you, Paul, for voting. Actually, I'm really kind of in awe because the other people who create stories, Instagram is giving people a platform to create stories through visual. And then to the copy is kind of like the sweetener. I'm standing next to an author, another author who I'm in awe of what you all do in storytelling. I'm kind of a lazy writer, so I need the visual. So Instagram has created an amazing platform to do this. So thank you. I appreciate that you appreciate what I do. And this also probably tells me I'm on my phone too much. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. The next category we have is podcast episode of the year, and I would like to welcome Joel. Actually, Jenna, you got excited there for a second, but actually, you're next, I promise. Joel, come and join us. Can everyone give Joel a show us a wonderful watch.
Oh, yes.
Yes. There we go. So, you ready to announce the podcast episode of the year?
It all depends on, are you guys ready to hear it? Podcasts naturally gravitate to casual, long conversation in the podcast. Occasionally, there are specific episodes that really get the community talking. The podcast episode of the year award was created to recognize individual podcast episodes that provided a really unique glimpse into the world of James Bond and kept us talking about them long after the episode was over. This year, the nominees are really 007, The Living Daylights Review, Spy Hards, Jeff Cleveland interview, License to Queer, Our Minds Only, Episode 2, Combating Anxiety with Alex. And lastly, the 007 Files, 006, Ian Fleming, Female Fan Viewpoint.
Well, drum roll, everyone, please.
Really 007, The Living Daylights Review.
Well done. Real 007, really 007 have been producing, like, they've been hard at work all of 2020. Joel, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really good job reading 007, guys. Right. Now, Jenna, it's your time to shine. I would like to welcome Jenna here to give us the podcast of the year.
Okay.
How are you doing, Jenna?
I'm doing
Shake your
good.
hand.
Yes, I love it. I thought that my time on the stage to announce an award would be like Emmys or Grammys, but I can't believe that my first time announcing an award was here, the James Bond Award. So I'm very excited about it.
Start at the top.
Straight downhill from here.
Podcast of the year. Long form and conversational podcasts are a natural fit for busy Bond fans who want to celebrate James Bond while doing other things. The Podcast of the Year award was created to celebrate podcasters who consistently produce and publish great James Bond content throughout 2024, keeping us all eager to listen to the next episode. This year, the nominees are,
Read them out.
okay, Being James Bond,
Yeah. Do it.
Really 007, Arts, There Will Be Gone.
This excellent drum roll, by the way.
I think I missed my call, but here it is. Really 007.
That one by a snifter.
Joe, look at that table.
Being James
Am I
Bond.
supposed to do this?
Could we get absolutely? Jenna, you did fantastic. Jenna, come back here. Everyone give Jenna a round of applause because we threw her a little bit. Congratulations, Really 007, and congratulations, Being James Bond. It was, I swear, it was like less than a percentage point.
Rick, Joe.
Robbed. Totally robbed.
We checked the hanging chats and everything. But right, let's move on to our next one. Oh, this is a good one. Article of the year. Yeah, you want to join us? Welcome. So, are you ready?
Ready as ever, bro.
Okay, jump straight into it.
And I even looked up the Italian to pronounce it. So.
Yeah, Neil, it's not that difficult.
To it. Article of the Year. For nearly 70 years, James has inspired thousands of writers to write about their perspective on the 007 movies and books. Some criticizing them, some slandering them, but most celebrating the unique cultural contribution that Bond has made. The Article of the Year award was created to showcase some of the great articles written about James Bond in 2024. And this year, the nominees are Where is James Bond? Trapped in an ugly stalemate with Amazon. Yeah, pretty ugly. Wall Street Journal. Our Man in Havana by Alex Holmes. Hey. 1957, when we were considering a Casino Royale without James Bond. And finally, James Bond L'Architecture. Architecture. Pretty good, right?
So, here we go. You ready? Drum roll, please.
And the winner is Article of the Year. Our Man in Havana. Alex Suarez. Hey!
Song magazine was
Yeah.
published in.
I was not expecting this. Well,
Wonderful article. I mean, there was a wonderful article. So I'll put that, like,
Thank you.
life story about it.
yeah. No, I mean it was something that I've been wanting to do with my father left Cuba in 1962. You know, when the Castro regime took over, and it was really when Che Guevara fled. My grandfather was like, "We got to go too." That was like a signal. They lived right across the street from Che. My dad knew Che, actually, and he hasn't been back since. I mean, you know, and so it had been a dream of mine to someday bring him back to Havana. He had talked about it many times. A couple of his friends went there, and so finally, the year after the COVID whole thing, you know, came down, I had the opportunity to do it, and I found, you know, a good guide and everything, and he found all the places that he lived. They looked exactly the same, and we had a very amazing bonding moment, pun intended, throughout Havana and throughout Cuba. And when I came back, you know, there was also a Bond connection because several Bond books took place there, films took place there. They never actually filmed there, so I got to see the real places that Ian Fleming talked about, the real places that were simulated in the films, and I thought it was a great opportunity to bring the Bond world and the real world of Cuba and my family's history together. So thank you very much. Thank you, Roland, for doing this. Thank you for anybody who voted. I'm amazed. I mean, honestly, I'm amazed anybody knows who I am. So, my dad is he's going to get a good kick out of it as well. So thank you so much. Wait, do I get to keep this?
Keep it. Fine. And next, we're going to welcome to the stage Alex.
Oh, again.
Writer of the Year.
Oh, God, it's going to talk again.
Oh, let's give him another round of applause.
And I'm back. So, Writer of the Year. So, there are many talented writers within the Bond community who entertain.
Many talented writers, then.
Yeah, I'm not on this list. To entertain, educate, enlighten us about the world of our favorite gentleman spy throughout the year. The Writer of the Year award recognizes bloggers, not me, writers, journalists who have delivered regular and consistent written content throughout 2024, earning a bookmark on many of our internet browsers. So this year's nominee, and the nice thing is I'm friends with almost all of these. I know all of these people, some more than others. I'm friends with most of them, some more than others. So whoever wins, I win because I like all of them. Anyway, so the nominees are David Zaritsky, The Bond Experience, David Mobridge Ellis of License to Quit, Bill Coney of The Spy Command, Gazer of Bond Suits,
Here we go. Drum roll, please.
Is David Zwitzky, the Bond.
You are what's known as a Renaissance man, I think. I think people think of you as a YouTuber, then as an Instagram person, and you do a podcast, and you write a significant number of articles.
Yeah, I'd like to thank ChatGPT.
No, that's not true because they didn't have the end there.
That's true. That is true. No. First of all, seriously, Cue the Music, Program Magazine, 007 GB Magazine, they give me a platform. And, my son is a writer by trade, and I think that writing is a great expression. I'm in awe that I'm even in the same category of Matt because I've been a huge fan of his writing for many years. All the people, I think they got the wrong David because the other David is far more accomplished than me. But I will say that it does keep me from being a little rusty in the whole writing category. And writing is an entirely different creative exercise than YouTube. You have to just really concentrate on the moment. You can't just be extemporaneous. You have to think about characters and arcs. So it was a pleasure, and thank you so much for this.
Right, and now I would like to welcome to the podium Mr. Murray Solomon. So here we go.
I am here to do the Video of the Year award. So thousands of videos about James Bond appear on YouTube every year, but only a few make an outstanding impact across the community. The Video of the Year award was created to celebrate individual videos that brought special interest and attention to happenings within the Bond community and their impact on the world at large. This year, the nominees are 25 Years of The World Is Not Enough, an in-depth review by Calvin Dyson. Pentex Productions Goldfinger 60th Anniversary Retrospective. Really 007, Virginia Haywood Interview. Never Let Them See You Bleed.
There we go.
And the winner.
Drum roll, please. Jonathan is really good at the drum roll.
Good one. 25 Years of The World Is Not Enough. In-depth review by Calvin. I'm going to accept this award on behalf of Calvin in my best Calvin accent. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
You nailed Calvin's voice perfectly.
Right, so next we have would Mr. Mike Komplowski. Culture of Bond come up for one of the most hotly contested and exciting candidates. Mike doesn't rush.
Yes, very for
Look how good we look.
Tracy, it's stop. Oh. It might be anything to do. This
Don't go, look. So suave.
YouTube channel. James Bond movies revolutionized cinema. Now social media has revolutionized how we celebrate James Bond. YouTube in particular has been instrumental in making the Bond community what it is today. The YouTube Channel of the Year award was created to recognize YouTubers who consistently entertain, educated, and amaze us throughout 2024. This year, the nominees are The Bond Experience, Calvin Dyson, Bailey 007. Analyze this for the fun. Tommy Clark, Raphael Welch, Irate Buffalo. Winner is the Bond Experience.
Yes. No, thank you so much. This is so cool to see the other nominees up here because number one of them is a brand new comer, Ryan, which I've become a rabid fan. He has every week he comes out with a video. Calvin Dyson, every week he comes out with a video. And really 007, every week they come out with a video. These people are painstakingly consistent, and I'm a huge fan of them. So I don't want to talk about me, I want to talk about them, the fact that they are creating entertainment in an absolute desert of information around James Bond. And that's really important because they are the ones creating content. Amazon may own the creative rights, Young may have passed the baton, but these people are really creating the ebb and flow in the community. So my hat's off to them, and this award is as much for those people as it is for me.
That was beautiful. The next category is Newcomer of the Year. And to announce it, I would like to welcome a newcomer to this event. So it is the first time that Samir has come to join us, but we are delighted to have you, Samir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Some James Bond content creators have carved their space over the course of the decade of hard work. But each year, newcomers arrive with unique perspectives about James Bond, all of their own. The Newcomer of the Year award recognizes new content creators making a name for themselves in the Bond community. The nominees are Analyze This, Mr. Bond, Create Bond Fan, Teams Podcast, Drum roll. Analyze this, Mr. Bond.
Well, thank you very much, Samir. And this would not be the last.
Ryan had asked me if he won to give a little speech.
Oh, sure.
Okay, if you guys don't mind. He, I haven't seen this before. He mailed it to me. And oh boy.
Oh my God.
Remember that Ryan wrote this, okay? Listen up, you cucks. I knew I would win because I'm better than all of you. Kneel before me and analyze these nuts losing.
These nuts. That's going to be a tough one to follow. So, David.
Yes.
I would like you to come and announce the brand of the year.
Yeah. Thanks. From his Aston Martin DB5 to his tip-free strawberry den, not everybody knows that. James Bond has always demanded the best, showcased by real-life brands such as Omega, Crockett, and Jones. There may be some sunspell. I'm just saying. Sophie Harley of London. Yeah, only my tailor knows. So the Bond Community Brand of the Year award goes to Bond affiliate brands that made an impact in 2024. All right. So here we go. This year the nominees are Omega and Aaron Taylor Johnson, La La Land Records, Oliver Brown, and NPO Cashmere. This is a new category.
No, I think, well, we used to have like more expansive things about the brands, but we just nailed it.
This is
down.
enough.
This is enough.
Yeah, they haven't sponsored us.
Although, if you'd like to, then I would love to.
All right, and the winner is. Oh, didn't see that coming. Wrist roll Omega.
You were meant to have a message. That was a very hotly contested category as well. I just want to say, and La La Land Records especially came very, very close to taking the hotspot there. Right. Speaking of Ken, it is your time to shine, my friend. Come back up to announce the event of the year.
I didn't write this down. Social media has enabled the Bond community to come together, but it's the in-person, real-life events that often prove to be the most memorable moments of the year. The Bond Community Event of the Year Award highlights the opportunities Bond fans have had in 2024 to meet up and celebrate the legacy of the movies and books we all love. This year, the nominees are Cue the Music at the O2, the only one of these events that I attended, Gather All, Rated the Solex, and Parker's Meets London.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, yeah, drum roll. No, Cue the Music at the O2.
And they're back in October at the O2, I believe. Is that correct?
What's that?
West End. There we go. With that. Yeah, I think it's so wonderful to actually have that show back around.
Yeah, I will attempt to just read out Ken.
Thank you very much, Ken. So, I would like to welcome a very special guest, Ms. Danielle Zritsky.
I am here to present Woman of the Year. James Bond has become so much more than a world of just boys with toys. From Chris Galore to West Berlin to Judy Dench's and many iterations of many things. James Bond is fully loaded with strong female characters. The Bond community is absolutely moving forward. The Bond Community Woman of the Year Award was created to recognize women within the Bond community who go above and beyond the Bond community and bring us Bond fans closer together with their unique styles and approaches. This year, the nominees are Dr. Lisa Funnell, Shayla Miller, Vicky Hodges, and Mel Vaughn for James Bond.
Get a drum roll.
Dr. Lisa Funnell.
And the final award, I've actually put myself to read out, and I've lost my sheet of paper, so I'm going to have to wing it. But this is for Man of the Year, and of course, the wonderful thing about the Bond community is the Bond community brings people together, and there are certain figures within the community, certain men who are instrumental to that. And so, actually, I lost my sheet of paper. So for 1 second, I'm going to ask Jonathan to come up and entertain the crowd while I just quickly grab my piece of paper so I can... Right. Entertain the crowd.
Well, I have a better person who's better at jokes. So Clyde Edgebeth, who is amazing at telling wonderful fine jokes. Can you get everybody to get Clyde up here?
Yeah. Okay, tell us a joke and then we'll read Man of the Year.
Quick, find your script really quick. Recently I had to entertain a nursery school class, and so I have some really dumb jokes, if you don't mind. Where do cows go on Saturday nights?
Where?
To the movies. I know. So I'm trying to think of something that's clean. Really hard.
It's a YouTube.
Okay, trying to think. Really put me on the spot. But there was how much time do I need?
I'm ready to go when you want.
Okay.
Right, so yes, Man of the Year. There are 4 wonderful people who have been nominated this year. We have Mr. Calvin Dyson, Philip Dewhurst, David Zariski, and Mr. Mark Edwards. Well, here it is. I should know what's next. I feel the envelope. Mr. David Zariski.
I swear this is not being humble, but I actually want to spend the time, again, not talking about me, this isn't my channel, talking about the other 3 people that were up here, because as I took a look at them when I saw the nominations, what I loved about Mark Edwards is he's an author that has absolutely started uncharted ground. He's gone into areas of Bond that nobody knew about. So he's truly been an entrepreneur. You've got Phil Durst, who has not only resuscitated a dormant and dead fan club, but he's also raised an extreme amount of money leading the group with charities galore, especially UNICEF. I'm sitting there being Bozo the Clown, and he's raising money for people that are starving. So it's tough to hear this every year. And then, obviously, you've got Calvin Dyson, who, listen, I know that this is not silver, it's gray, as much as I fool myself and say it's silver. Calvin is bringing a younger audience to Bond, and it's so important for the longevity and the life of James Bond. I'm so thankful for that. 3 of them deserve this award with me. If I could split this in 3 and remove the batteries. Give it to them as well. So, thanks to all of them.
That brings us to the end of the 2024 Golden Bullet Award. Congratulations to all the nominees. Congratulations to all the people awarded. And then I would have one more final person come up. Joe. Never catching Mr. Joe Darlington, who's been running everything. It looks so much slicker than it did last year. There we go. I couldn't have done this. And thank you to everyone who's joined us here live tonight. Thank you to everyone who's watching it. We really appreciate that this is a thing. So thank you so much, and we'll be back next year with more awards, more fun, more shenanigans, as they say. And until then, goodbye.